Hi everyone, this is Sarah Jane O'Brien here today to present to you my review on Chapter 9 of the book Humanistic Marketing. The chapter is How is Humanistic Marketing Possible? So basically, the chapter starts with saying that all communication is persuasive. So take the context, for example, of parenting, where a parent wants to persuade their child to behave or to eat their green beans. Another context would be a teacher that's trying to persuade their student to learn, so learn an algebraic formula or to read a book, for example. So these things aren't really seen as negative, but when we think of marketing as persuasive communication, it's often seen as persuasive in a negative way. Why is that? So basically, the goal of marketing is to persuade to exchange in order to ultimately expand the market. This is where marketing gets criticized. The main goal of marketing is not to exchange. For people, in fact, to exchange, it's ultimately to expand the market. So that's the first criticism. The only goal is to expand the market. So basically, the values that are exchanged in order to optimize all the allocation of resources, optimize market expansion, and economic maximization. So marketing really wants only to expand the market. So all other humanitarian concerns in the process of the exchange are excluded. So, for example, if you would want to feed the poor, marketing doesn't cater to that. And it really eliminates all these humanitarian aspects of exchange in favor for the marketing economic growth core principle of expanding the market. Another reason why marketing is so criticized is that marketing has an exclusive access to resources to make persuasion more effective that prevents others from entering the public conversation. And that's on two levels. So basically, on the first level, they have access to research, access to information regarding what makes communication persuasive. So basically, they could realize a study to better persuade high income families. And once they have that information, they don't have to share it with anyone, and that keeps private in the organization. So somebody who would want to reach high income families that isn't this corporation doesn't have that same access, and they don't have the financial resources to really realize these types of studies. So that excludes many people from reaching these high income families if they wish they could. Another type of exclusion is media. So basically, they have access to the ability to make voices heard. And this is where I disagree a little bit with social media right now, where everyone could have a platform and speak their truth. But if you think more traditional media like television, newspapers, and everything, you need the budget, first of all, to make your brand spoken about on these types of media. And you also need a network or contacts to be able to use these types of media. So these two factors eliminate a lot of people from the conversation. So basically, is humanistic marketing possible? The easy answer is no, unless although there is a catastrophic event that changes our life and changes the way we live, which is highly improbable. But also another improbable thing is where everyone would have access to the same knowledge. So if a company discovers something, they would have to share it to everyone, and everyone would know anything about everything, or at least have access to it. And everyone should have access to media as channels of communication, so everyone could have the same access to any media channel. So all of this is highly improbable, and it's the only way that could make humanistic marketing possible. So what's to retain is that unless that these sources of persuasion are evenly distributed, which are not right now, the power will be really concentrated by the corporations who make marketing, and the marketing will influence how humans think and what they do. And other people won't be able to do that because they don't have that kind of access to the same resources. Therefore, it is highly unlikely that marketing can evolve into a humanistic institution. Thank you very much for listening.